Radio Rahim with Charles Martin at it again on the big stage. Another big fight for you, man, on a pay-per-view that is going to have the world's attention this Saturday night. Most people have seen you the last time on a stage this big was against Anthony Joshua. This is kind of another chance for you to imprint yourself on the boxing fans and the media as to who you are and to reclaim that identity. What is it on Saturday night that you want people to come away from understanding about Charles Martin?
He the real deal. He really in this thing, and I just want them to, love my performance. You know what I mean? That this gonna be a performance here that the people gonna really say, yeah, Charles Martin he's back.
They talk about fighters getting off the canvas and fighting on. That's true metaphorically in a career as well. You have ups and downs. You have to fight back after adversity, after losses. What's it been like coming back after the most recent loss and fighting to a place where you feel as confident as you do?
Yeah, just well the loss that I just took against the Kalinaki, I was so happy with my performance and knowing how I came into the fight. That it wasn't nothing but just something to build on, you know what I mean, and keep going and make it to the top.
What have you added to your arsenal to prevent a loss, and not just that, but be able to be in a position to reclaim a heavyweight championship?
Being a more well-rounded fighter, putting more tools in my belt, and just being able to make adjustments. And I know what to do. You know what I mean? There's sometimes when you're in there, people just tend to go through the motions because you don't really have the knowledge, the boxing IQ, to execute certain things. But it's a difference when you actually know what you're doing in there and with short shots and keeping them long and why you're doing things. You know what I mean? It's a big difference.
It's more likely, it would seem, that you might get a shot at Wilder somewhere down the line before you might get a rematch with Joshua, let's say. If you were to be faced with another opportunity to become heavyweight champion and it was against Wilder, how would you approach that fight? Where would your skills best his?
My skills would just be being a southpaw. He doesn't have a good record of handling the southpaws too well. He struggles with them. So, but I can punch. So I'll get to him. I plan on getting to him first with my left hand.
Now, that might not be the case. He might not be holding that title, depending on what happens Saturday night. Do you think that Fury is awkward enough to make this fight his own after 12 rounds? How do you see the main event going?
Yeah, if he can box and do what he does best, then he can win the fight. I don't see him. It ain't too far fetched. With his boxing abilities, yeah, he could definitely pull it off. But if he tries to go in there, doing something out of his character that he hasn't been training for, longer than 10 weeks, you can't get it in 10 weeks. I don't care who you are. I don't care how great you think you are. In 10 weeks, you can't go in and try to do something brand new. So, yeah, you got to just stick to his game plan, stick to his guns.
Well, we are in Vegas. If you had to pull a ticket, whose name are you pulling as winner on Saturday night?
Wilder.
And lastly, Charles, of the three heavyweights that have a claim to the title, who do you think is top dog?
Wilder.
Radio Rahim with Charles Martin. Good luck in your bout this Saturday night. Always a pleasure to watch you work back in the ring again. Radio Rahim, Charles Martin.